Fortnite. See, works every time. You guys remember when Will Smith said Fortnite and then slapped the shit out of like one guy? Me too.
That's dope.
Yeah. Now look at us. We're in Nazi Germany. Anyways. That's not what it's about today. It's not what it's about. It's about the music, man.
Yeah.
About the music, man.
It is about the music here. We do live in Nazi Germany again, huh?
I'm just trying to be a real gangster in the streets, all right, guys? Even a real gangster can't live in Nazi Germany. I'm just joking.
Anyway,
I'm joking.
Anyway, if he was gonna sing Kyle, make sure Kanye sees it. He'd love that for you. Welcome back to another Toonsley.
For real though.
It's been 2 months since we've had a Toonsley go up, but
For real
we're
though.
back. Back in 2025. The year of our Joker, 2025.
Yeah, 2025 is like Joker 2. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it is. It's just a train wreck of.
Only 3 more years.
People are singing for some reason. You know, just terrible. Okay. And we're here though. You know, we're out here living. You know.
If you're one of the new subscribers who came during our break, welcome.
Welcome. We love you.
This is Toonsley. At least for now, we might need to rebrand because nobody seems to find this one, but people who do like it.
Yeah, people love this one. Come on, man.
But here we all pick a song, we talk about it. We do music things. I'm Tess.
I'm Jared.
And we have our producer here as a co-star this week.
True. There we go.
Anyway, you want to dive right into it?
Let's get right into it. So
she is Michelle.
That is true. That's also true.
She is Mfizz on YouTube.
Mfizz.
Go check out my dormant channel.
Hey, it's pretty sick.
There's stuff in the works.
Content.
I've read it.
Yeah. You do go on Reddit a lot. Tess was on r/gadgets the other day.
She not on
r
gadgets.
She's not like Tails from Sonic.
Everyone in the comment section right now, comment if Tess is like this looks like Tails.
I do not
Think
look
about-
like Tails.
Look at her face.
Look at the
We're
face.
gonna put a picture of Tails right above her, right here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start a poll. Does Tails look like?
If you want to
does
do that,
Tess
you
look
can
like
edit
Tails?
this one.
Think about and
I'll
think
edit that one part.
Think about all the gadgets that Tess has, and then all the gadget Tails has. Anyways, we're locking in. I think I'll have our first track here.
Yeah.
I just got back from Canada, the Riddim Olympics, you guys.
Tell us about the Riddim Olympics.
The Riddim Olympics was crazy.
They put a tariff on Jared, and he had to like pay like $300 to get back into the States.
It is true. They also gave me the cavity search on the way in.
They also
Anyways,
gave you COVID.
that's also true. I fucking got COVID. Besides getting COVID, the Riddim Olympics was fucking lit. I'll say the true winner of the Riddim Olympics was the Stooges.
Iggy Pop and the Stooges?
There's the there's a Riddim group called the Stooges, and they fucking made a surprise entrance. May I just say that? And threw the absolute fuck down, and I was about it. It was so lit. I lost my ski mask in the mosh pit. So don't even ask me how that happens.
Like what?
Like yeah, I had it on my face, and then I didn't.
And
so,
it was gone.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
I was just like, I'm not about to go look for a ski mask on the ground. So it belongs to Canada now. Let's dive right on in.
Did you introduce the song?
Oh yeah, let me introduce the song. This song is Extinct by Izzy Vadim. It's unreleased actually. I think I heard the song played a few times in Canada as well. I was just like, he didn't even play in Canada. He doesn't like do, I don't know, this guy's fucking sick. Up and coming Riddim guy. He's dope as fuck. Y'all should be rinsing some.
Does he not do live?
I don't think I've ever seen him play live. I've never seen him, and I've seen a lot of Riddim fools, so yeah. It's a groovy ass tune, I feel like. Shit's got some hella swung rhythm, which is dope. I mean, you don't hear shit like that.
It's really swung. It's also, I feel like some of the things I usually expect to hear in a Riddim song just like aren't there, but like in a cool way.
Yeah.
Like the drums are like pretty dry and kind of small feeling.
Yeah, they're not like
Which is-
super fucking squashed or anything like that.
They're not super squashed, and it's like I feel like with Riddim you hear a lot of like really reverb, like huge drums.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that either. It was like pretty dry and tight.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I don't know, it's a different vibe for sure.
It was fucking. I like that tune. That fool's got like a really distinct style of production, which I find really cool, and like you don't hear like people biting it yet. I think soon people are gonna start being like, oh, maybe, because it's like hella dancey. Like I don't know if you played that in the club, like people were getting down and shit. So
Yeah.
that shit's dope. But yeah, I think we're gonna move on to Tess's Toonsley tune.
I have Ska Dream this week
Tell me
by
about
Jeff Rosenstock. Ska Dream is a cover of the song No Dream from his album, I think of the same name. Basically over COVID, he just got his old ska band back together from before when he went solo, and they re-recorded his whole like previous album as a ska album.
Lit. Cannot wait.
But yeah, it's like ska punk rock. It's classic Jeff Rosenstock. I actually like this version of the album better than the original. I know that's like a spicy take. I think the original one has like a 10 from Fantano, so people are very defensive of that record. But I fuck with the Ska Dream version more.
Let's go.
Picking up the bodies on TV. When I caught a reflection of you and me, staring back at us while frozen on the screen. Crank the white noise and pretend that we're asleep. That we're asleep. Dream, 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 dream.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah, it's a crazy little punk song. I think like all the horns and shit are really cool.
Yeah.
Also, just like thematically, I really like what that song has to say about like solidarity and unity. I think it's like relevant again.
Yeah.
Also, just like the values of ska are relevant again. I don't know if y'all know the history of that genre all that much, or like the
Nah.
aesthetics. But like the black and white checkered pattern, it's like synonymous with it. That was like in the text there, like you see on like Vans shoes or whatever.
Sure.
Was originally a ska thing, and it was because like those were some of the first bands to be racially integrated.
Oh, nice.
So like the whole kind of like value behind that is just like people coming together to like make music and do art, and that like
feel
we're
like,
better
yeah.
together.
I feel like that's like a lot of new genres. Like any good music
Yeah.
genre, I feel like is like pushing that fucking vibe. Like think about it.
Yeah.
Think about most genres that like are new and are like changing in movements, like or anything like that. It's usually just because like people, are just coming together.
Yeah.
Like think about like house music, like how it started. It was just like, LGBTQ.
Yeah, and like
community.
black people and like really
Yeah.
oppressed communities. I
Just
think in
like-
like what, Detroit?
Yeah, I think so. I don't
I
know.
think it was Detroit.
But they were just like fucking.
Detroit or Miami, right? Didn't
I think it
Miami-
might have been a
came from
mix
Miami.
too. That's the other thing. These things often happen in multiple places. But yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that's how like a lot of great genres are like started, is just like as a place for people to come together.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, ska being like the kind of epicenter of that happening musically more and more. Just feels like a good time for that to be the vibe again. So
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. All right, we're on to Michelle's song here.
Yeah. So I picked a song by the Cars, a favorite of my grandma,
Hey.
a favorite of my mom. Very catchy old school bands. They're kind of like old Weezer, except they never like went bad. Where it's just like catchy hooks and just really strong instrumentation.
also
Nice.
like Weezer is like this pop punky kind of like proto pop punky thing going. I feel like Cars doesn't quite have that.
Yeah, Cars are more mid 70s to early 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like Weezer has like a bit more of like
An
yeah.
edge.
Yeah, if you watch any of their
It's
live
edgy.
performances, they sound exactly as the recordings did. They were a great live band, but
Oh, that's
a
cool.
lot of the members
I
have
like
since
the
passed
Cars.
away, unfortunately. So, but yeah, let's
Wasn't no, I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. I was gonna be like, wasn't Elvis Costello involved with this? But no.
No, but it is a pretty fairly Elvis Costello.
I like the nightlife, baby. She says. I like the nightlife, baby. She says. Let's go.
That's a heater.
Yeah.
It's like that's an OG banger, right? Yeah.
When is that? What year did you say it was?
79, 80, I want to say.
Okay, yeah,
it's-
that sounds about right.
They're one of the bands that influenced the 80s, like,
Yeah, you can
pop
tell.
sound.
You can definitely tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
Shit was
It's-
fire.
It's like very 80s, but also like I don't know. You can still hear the 70s like.
Well, they're one of those bands
Rock
like
vibe.
B-52s that reach back to like the 50s and 60s for a lot of like songwriting motifs and stuff, and kind of mixing it with like newer sounds at that time.
That
Yeah,
shit was sick.
we were listening to B-52s earlier.
Yeah,
So they're a fun
B-52s are
band.
good.
I
The
like
fucking the drums were like loud as fuck. Was I the only one thinking this?
Yeah, no, they are loud as fuck.
It was
And
dope.
It's cool.
It was
yeah.
dope. I was rocking with it. I always like loud drums.
It's very much like not what I expect from that era of music.
Yeah,
but
same. But I was like, damn, they like cranked it. That's cool.
It's also it's funny to hear 80s music that's like before the Lynn drums.
The Lynn drums, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
True.
I feel like those became so ubiquitous.
True. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that wraps up the Toonsley ep.
Well, I think King Slime might have a song.
What's your song, King Slime?
I think it's Doodle Y'all Girls.
No,
Oh
no.
shit!
Damn, fuck you, King Slime. I don't. For reference, these guys just watched The Lighthouse. If you guys have seen that
For
shit.
the, I think that was my 5th time watching it.
Oh damn.
It's of a merchant's daughter brought up in Callio. Rob me a girl,
All right.
doodle let me go. She took me in the parlor.